Man, I didn't think I was going to make it. All right. How's everybody going tonight? I did not think I was going to make it. Issues with computer here tonight. Let me get my other stuff cranked up. Well, hello everybody. Oh, come on in, Bougie. Come on. Bougie's at the door looking at me funny. There we go. Well, again, hey, what's going on? Rallo, what's up, man? I did not, I said it before, I didn't think I was going to make it. I had a little computer issue. For some reason, it didn't want to turn on. Anyway, so we get started real quick with some things. Listen, if you saw my last channel, or my last video rather, you'll know that I've been using comp and choke tubes. I'm telling you something, they are some of the best choke tubes that I have come across. If you watch that pattern video, you'll know I was shooting Salt Creek custom ammo, comp and choke tubes, and I have yet to figure out what pattern or what shot size and what choke tube I'm going to use. Y'all go ahead, get on over, get you some comp and choke tubes, and go over there and get you some Salt Creek custom ammo. And I'm telling you, it is awesome. What are we talking about tonight? Rilo, we're going to talk about anything and everything. It refers to duck hunting, duck calls, choke tubes, whatever. Does not really matter. Y'all got something y'all want to talk about? Y'all come on. Let's get it going too. Yeah, listen, if you haven't seen that last video, I just put it out with the Sweet 16 and using comp and choke tubes. I'm telling you, they have made a world of difference in my pattern test and in the field. They are absolutely incredible tubes. I shot the other day. I was using 5 tubes, full, modified, improved cylinder, skeet, and cylinder, and 3 different loads. All were bismuth. I had the number 7 bismuth load. I believe it was a 1 1/8 ounce of shot, running 1,300 feet per second. The only tube that I saw that I didn't like was a skeet, and but all the rest of them were just absolute good. The full choke looked a lot like a turkey pattern. So if I'm gonna use number 7s, and I had ducks, maybe I was in open water or something, or maybe I needed to reach out and touch them. For whatever reason, I'd probably go to a full choke. But I think I'm going to stick with it looked like the improved cylinder and the cylinder, believe it or not, were the best. RD, what's going on? I also shot 4x6, a duplex load. And RD, if Noah's listening, tell him I said, hey, the 4x6 was pretty cool. Had some great patterns within. Again, the full choke looked like it was a turkey tube. I did not like the skeet, even though it did pretty good. I still did not like the skeet as much as I liked the other ones. Modified, improved cylinder, and cylinder were the ones that I really enjoyed the much. Greenhead, what's going on, dude? Long time no see. What you been up to? The other one was the 5x7. Now, the 5x7, I thought out of all the loads, it had the best patterns. especially in modified and improved cylinder. Of course, that cylinder looks really good, believe it or not. I hear you. Oh, I'm glad he's watching, buddy. Tell him I said hello. Yeah. So, and I've shot the tubes that came with the Sweet 16. You can ask. I mean, RD's in here. He was with me in some of the initial testing, and those tubes were way off the mark. Even after we changed the shim on it, they were way off the mark. Been busy with business and other things. Great to be back. Well, buddy, I'm glad you're back. I am glad you're back. But I can't say. Matter of fact, I sent the pictures. Finally got your Mallard mount back. Looks great. Great. I sent the pictures of the targets to Keith. His response on just text messaging was, I hope you got a good gumbo recipe, because that's what you're going to do to ducks. I also sent them over to Comp and Choke, to Stuart. I have not heard back, but we talked about it right before I sent it to him. And I pretty much just asked Stuart, I said, listen, you're the choke tube guy. Tell me which is the best. I am still not sure of which to get as far as the what I'm going to use as far as the ammo. On the 16 gauge primarily is what I use. I got about I got a little over a case, a little under a case of number 5s in bismuth. They pattern great. I got maybe a box and a half of number 4s. You just got your Swan back? Yeah, I have not got mine back yet. I have not gotten mine back yet. So I've got some 4s. I've got some 2s. I got a little bit of number 9 TSS. So, do I get 4x6? Do I get 5x7 in the duplex loads, or do I just stick with a number 7, which I definitely know that it will work? Yours was from the 22-23 season. Yeah, mine was from the 23-24. So I'm not even worried about it until maybe sometime in November. Then I'll give him a call to see where he's at on it. I know that the guy that I took it to, he flat told me he was busy. Money. You got that right. So, the choke tubes, I don't know, man. I'm happy with Comp and Choke. I can't say enough about them. My guy charged $650 a bird, but he does show mounts. I got you. Yeah, I'm just going to be doing a dead mount. The reason I'm gonna do that is because I dang near about blew its wing completely off, and he said he didn't even know if he could fix that. So I said, "Don't worry about it. Just do a dead mount." You did a dead mount too, right, RD? But yeah, I gotta order shells here soon. So again, if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. Help me make a decision. I gotta order shells here soon, within the month, so I can have them all in. Like I said, I'm really considering getting number 7s. I just got in 6 chokes today for 20. Who'd you get them from? Yeah, I wanna do I want to do another dead mount with, you got kicks, okay. With a mallard, maybe a black, a pintail, a widgeon. If I don't get a black, maybe a model, but I wouldn't mind having that. Yeah, I'll be ordering some choke tubes. If I get a chance to, I'm gonna order them tomorrow. Send the email out tomorrow. Kicks and Copper Chokes are cousins. Yeah, they're in the same building. I'm going to be. I need to get some. I need to get some tubes for the 410, the 28, and even though I do have kicks tubes in the 20, I want to get Comp and Choke for the 20. I wouldn't mind having a complete set, but basically I'm gonna be shooting modified, improved cylinder and cylinder, so it's basically what I'll end up shooting out of those guns. So I just might as well just get those 3 for each. But I'll be making that. I gotta send that out tomorrow. Yeah, I had a long talk with Stuart the other day. We're trying to work something. I'm, do a little bit of work with him and see what goes on. But it looks good. Of course, y'all know how I feel about Salt Creek Custom ammo, so I gotta order bullets for the 16 and the 20, the 410, and the 28 gauge. Because I can't shoot them if I ain't got no shells, right? And the plan this year is to hunt with every one of them. I'm going to hunt with every one of them. It's going to be a sub choke year, sub gauge year, rather. Oh. So what else has everybody been up to? Rilo, you still here? Or are you building calls or chasing kids, or what are you doing today? Let's see what else is going on. I'm still working on the online store. Got the designs over there late last week. Um, Dropped those off. Waiting on the mock-ups to him send me up the mock-ups. So make sure that I see what I like and what I don't like. Or if we need to change something. Got decals on the way. I meant to call him earlier today and I was too busy at work. So I should be getting some decals in. We do not have a hard date right now for this online store, but we are working on it. I know that he's building it, and we just got to get everything lined up with some new designs that I thought of, and get all that together and get them on some shirts. We're gonna have shirts, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hats. What else? What else? What else? What else? Tumblers, tumblers like these kind of tumblers. Coffee cups, koozies, decals, that kind of thing. To start off with. And like I said, I got my designs over there, so it's all about them now. Getting the mock-ups and let us start getting started. So RD, what is your not just RD, but everybody that's in here, what are your opinions on aftermarket choke tubes, ported or not ported? What do y'all like most? Me personally, I have not been able to figure out the difference, if there is a difference. I haven't been able to figure it out. I was just wondering what y'all think. What are y'all opinion? What are your opinion on it? I have no opinions. I'm married. Let's see what's going on this week. I do know if I get time, I'm gonna start some filming on a project I've been working on, but we will be going fishing this weekend. I'm gonna go see if I can catch a few bass or brim chokes that I have get made. Chokes that I have get made, hope to have soon, will be extended non-ported. Yeah, Kicks makes a non-ported. I don't think they make a ported choke tube. They may. I have some Kicks back here, and they're non-ported. I wouldn't mind I've got a 16 gauge, this 1100 back here. I wouldn't mind getting some tubes, some extended tubes. Kick smoke or ported. Okay. I have the Kicks Vortex, and I know they're non-ported. The stainless, yeah. But hopefully, like I said, I'll make this order tomorrow for the choke tubes. Get some shells, some demos up, so that we can get some more pattern tests for 410s, 28s, 20s. I think it'll be a cool deal. So I know a lot of people. I mean, I know like RD, and I don't know about anybody else that's in here, but I know RD is a 12 gauge aficionado. He preferred to shoot a 12 gauge. I like the sub gauges. I really do. And I mean, I got 12 gauges behind me, but I do like those sub gauges. And then again, to each his own. What do you call them, RD? What do you call a 12 gauge? I know you're busy trying to write it out. Let's see what we got here. So we got any cool banners that I've made up? Whoops. Come on. There we go. Because the Lord said, "Let there be a 12 gauge," and it was good. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing? Glad you could make it in, buddy. Jeff, what are you? And I know you shoot a 20 gauge. So what are you shooting? Choke tube wise, and what type of shot are you using in your 20 gauge when you're duck hunting? Sorry about that, guys. I'm waiting. Let's see what went on last week. Well, I hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend. As you know, I shoot Briley flush mounts with 4 or 5 bismuth. Gotcha. Hope y'all had a good Memorial Day weekend. That was a busy weekend around my house. My wife's birthday was that Saturday. Had all the kids and grandkids. grandchild, I should say, not grandkids, but grandchild. They were all here. My dad and my stepmother were here. I cooked a lot of food. We did we did pulled pork barbecue and ribs and a couple of smoked appetizers, and so we had a good weekend. And this weekend we had the grandbaby all weekend, which was fun as always. And I think next weekend, me, Swamp Goose, and the grandbaby, or the three of us are going to go fishing together. I will more than likely will not do a video on that unless it's just me or my son in it. You can imagine why with a grandchild. I don't want to. He doesn't need to be in there. We're gonna do a little bit of fishing, see what we can catch a few fish, hopefully. Get in the boat and run around the lake a little bit. Have just some downtime, some really good time with them. And then we got to get back. I mean, if y'all think about it, this is the 3rd day of June, so we've got right at 3 months, and the waterfowl season starts. It's going to start somewhere in about 3 months. You got early season goose going on. You got early season teal getting ready to go on. So, again, if you haven't been, or you're thinking about getting a new gun or new type of shells, you need to start thinking about doing that kind of stuff, getting your choke tubes and get out in the range, start shooting this during the weekends. Said I might get Keith to put me some 5x7 bismuth. I like those patterns you were getting with them, and improved cylinder choke. It was that not a good pattern, dude? I'm torn between the 7s and the 5x7s, to be honest. I'm thinking about getting the 7s because I do have a bunch of 5s, and I don't have any 7s. Then again, I could do a mixed case and get half of them in 5x7 and the other half in 7s. So you're here chasing kids. I got you. Did you get to the Callapalooza, Rallo? So I don't know yet, Jeff. I'm honestly, I think with any of, hey Charles, what's going on? I think with any of the choke tubes all the choke tubes that I have, and any of those loads, seriously, any of those loads, I think they're going to work. And, especially if you're in that with a 35 or under. It was, like I said, if you haven't seen the video, you need to go see it. Just that simple. There were some absolutely great patterns. I can't be mad at that. Charles, where is Choktawini at? How far up the coast is that from you? Choktawini. I haven't looked at it on a map yet. I meant to do it before I came on here, but I didn't. I was trying to get this computer to start up. I'm having a little troubles with it. Choctawinty or Choctawinny. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. I just know it's on the coast north of you. It's a town in North Carolina. I just don't know where it's at. You crazy. It's Instagram, maybe 30 minutes near Washington. Okay. Well, I've been to Washington, so okay. I might be headed up that way this year. We'll see how that goes. I'm in talks with some people right now about it. I'd like to get up there. Oh, was I pronouncing it right, Charles? Or was I completely messing that up? It's along the Tar River, Pamlico River. Yeah, you are close. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite sure I'll probably, if anybody's ever up there, I apologize if I messed that name up. But I do plan on being up there. I'm going to try to get up there this year for a weekend. We'll see how it goes. Golly Moses. It has been it was a long day today, guys. A long day. Mondays are pretty long. It's usually one of our busiest days at work, and stop that yawning. What's up? And little Matt, if you're listening, hello. Yeah, I'm. It was a long day today. Always is on a Monday. It seems like I don't ever get off the computer. I stop for a couple hours and then I get right back on it. Little Goose. Okay. Says, hey, Papa. All right. Oh, Jeff, I love it. You got to remember, growing up with the lead in the lead days. I mean, we shot 7.5s, and last year I shot big ducks in within 35 yards, and killed them dead last year. I feel very confident with the number 7 bismuth. That's one thing. I don't. I mean, if you're shooting in the, everybody's area is different, and I shoot in the timber or wooded swamps or whatnot. Everything's kind of close anyway. I mean, I've shot them with number 8 lead before, so back in the day. So yeah, I think shooting straight 7s, if they're within that 35-yard range, if they're decoying in. I don't know if you noticed it. I did a little bit, I guess, because I was sitting on top of the target. But it seemed the tighter that I went, the more ununiformed that the pattern was. I got you. That's cool. That's cool, Charles. Charles is my North Carolina resident historian and finder of facts. Um, I like number sevens. I mean, I really do. I'm very confident with them, especially with an improved cylinder and or a cylinder choke. Um, I think they do very well. Very well. Um, I don't. Let's see here. 20 gauge is probably out of the sub gauges, out of the four typical sub gauges that we have in the United States. I would I would say, yeah, I would shoot ducks within 35 yards with number sevens with a 20 gauge. Um, I'm quite sure, and I know that 28s give a better pattern than just about any other gun out there. Um, but I would probably want to shoot TSS if I got anything lower than a 20 right now, until I can get on the board with them and see what they're doing. Because I'm not gonna shoot patterns past 35 yards. There's no sense in it. If you're 35 yards away, and you're patterning your gun, um, I think you're going to know what you're going to do at 30. You definitely know what you're going to do at 35, but even beyond that, you know what your pattern's going to look like. It's going to be more spread out. And I think the improved cylinder, to be honest, is just all around great. I don't have an improved modified, so I don't know how that one comes out, but or a light mod. If I had them, I'd shoot them. I would have shot them. I just don't. I don't have them. But I'm probably going to shoot. I got I got the 410 and the 28. Both of them are over and unders. I know that if I'm shooting TSS, it's going to be cylinder and improved cylinder. Um, and then probably do the same thing if I'm shooting bismuth. It's just the patterns are just so good. Only get 3 birds in a week. What are you talking about? I'm very optimistic about this year. I think I know. I mean, unless a hurricane comes in, I should have a good hunt in Louisiana. Um, that should be a great hunt, and then hit it on North and South Carolina. Uh, Again, I'm trying to get to Arkansas. I'm hoping that works out as well. We'll just have to see. It may be a drive out there, hunt, turn around, and come back kind of thing. Craig, what's going on? Well, red-headed goose, you got everybody there, or the swamp goose working? So, what do y'all got plans for? Anybody getting any new gear or thinking about getting new gear this year? If I get anything, it will be more decoys, but isn't that the truth? I'm hoping, Jeff, that next Monday, if it works out, I'm supposed to have a special guest come next Monday, and we're actually going to talk about the migration. I'll know more as the week goes on. This week, if he's going to be available, but I'm hoping he'll come on and maybe shed some light on some scientific reasonings on the migration. Craig's got AC problems. Oh man, you got to get that fixed, dude. We can't live in the South without AC. I got more than I need. Tideweed heated waders are amazing. If you got them now, yeah, they're amazing. Did you get them last winter? Headed down to Kansas City at the end of the month to get a Yieldies. Okay, 20 gauge. Cool beans. Speaking of, how's the pup doing? How's your puppy doing? Me and Bougie have been on a. We had to quit training for about 3 weeks now. I really got to take her to the vet. She came in the heat again and had every male dog in the neighborhood. I need to ring. When did you get them? When did you get your waders? I can't remember. I need ringneck and buffalo head decoys. I got some here. They sell them every day, dude. I don't need any decoys. I'm kind of hoping that Heyday will come out with some wood duck decoys this year. If they do, those are the ones I'm going to get. If they don't, then I probably won't get anything this year. Maybe some little odds and ends stuff, but nothing big. I'm thinking, other than shells, I need the bullets before the season started. Okay, she had her day. Then she's on fire. That's good, man. That is real good. That just means she's feeling at ease and trying to learn. That's all. before season started. Okay. I couldn't remember when you got them. You know how I feel about Tywee. It's like anything else. I know that people love their products, and I just had a very, very bad experience. So I think the concept was great on that blind, but had a very bad experience when I opened up the box and tried to put it together. So speaking of blinds, my grandson was here over the weekend and we played duck hunter in the backyard. And I set up my A-frame. It's still set up. I got to get out there and take that thing down. It's just sitting in the backyard. We had so much fun. We were throwing dummies for Bougie and heated thighs. And you're going to electrocute yourself with them things. You know, I have never in my life even used a pocket warmer or those little crush bags that you do. I've never used them ever. I very seldom, unless I'm running the boat or putting out or picking up decoys. I very seldom even wear gloves. I hunt small ponds and use a decoy retriever. About the only time I get my feet wet is when it's raining. I got you. I just don't. Like I said, I just had a bad experience. There's no use to. I'll be warm when the corner shows up. I had to figure that one out. The corner. What corner? Oh, you mean the corner? Yeah, no sense of beating a dead horse to death, but yeah, I very seldom. Um, I mean, I just dress for the weather. I wear a base layer, then after a base layer, a pair of fleece pants, and then a pair of waders, and I'm good to go. Oh man, oh man. Water is not a good place for a guy on crutches. Yeah, I can. I'll tell you a story though, Jeff. We were in Arkansas back in I guess it was the early '90s. My dad and I, and we were hunting in oh Devall's Bluff, Arkansas. And I can't remember the name of the guiding outfit, but our guide was a paraplegic. He was paralyzed from the waist down. And that old boy, I'm telling you now, he could run through that gumbo rice field And if you've ever been in a rice field, it's like stepping in gum that comes up to your calf, and it is thick and it's sticky. And he would go right on through it with his two crutches, man. I was very impressed with that young man. I don't know whatever happened to him, but we shot a lot of ducks with him. We shot a lot of ducks. I think he told us, if I remember correctly, I think he was in a motorcycle accident and he became a paraplegic. Really good time. We had a great time in that place. I cannot remember the name of that, but I remember it was in Devall's Bluff, Arkansas. If I'm No, that was somewhere else. I have 4 good places I hunt, and I get them or I don't. Head on collision 4 years ago, messed up the back. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I want to get out. I'm ready, dude. And we're not even in the hottest part of the summer yet. Is what's getting me, and I'm already waiting for cold weather. I know before I go to Louisiana, the 2 things I got to get before I go to Louisiana, and that's shells and thermocells, refills. I know good and well I'm gonna go in there and spend $100 worth of that stuff. Half my decoy, my blind bag is gonna be full of thermocells. Whew, we got 8 people in here. Cool beans. Y'all, if you haven't spoken up yet, speak up. Tell me who you are and where you're from. Come on now, don't be shy. I'd like to know where everybody's from. I know I got Jeff, I got RD, I got Rilo. Greenhead's around here somewhere, or was. Craig, if you ain't already fallen asleep. Charles is around here somewhere. Who else I got in here tonight? Y'all come on out of the woodwork. Red-headed Goose, you still here? Little Goose probably done got tired and decided he wanted to watch something else. We had fun, man. We were in here Friday. Of course, I was working, but he was in the office with me, and we were blowing duck calls and dog whistles, and he wanted to count shells, and he got one of my notepads and made up some artwork for me, and I don't know where that's at. I might be in the kitchen. We had a grand time. That's what I like. I like getting him. I can't wait to this weekend to go fishing with him. I got you, Jeff. Took you 20 minutes to get cut out. Well, buddy, I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here. Oh, yeah, we're gonna be hitting. As you know, I've said it before earlier today. I've said it a couple weeks ago. The store is still being worked on. I got some designs and whatnot. Um, different, different. Well, still using the Richardson type style hats, but different colors, different camo colors. Gonna have the OG Daddy Duck patch, which is that's the OG, and I know that we got another one that we're working on now as well. So we're gonna have two different designs there, and hats and hoodies and short sleeve and long sleeve, all kind of a little bit of little swag. And I just don't have a hard date where we're going to start it. I'm waiting on the mock-ups for the t-shirts and stuff. Got some pretty cool design. I think they're pretty cool designs. So we'll see how that goes to get the mock-ups, and then we go and get the store open. Y'all will be the first to know. I can tell you that right now. Whoever's in this live stream or whoever's in the live stream will know. Y'all will be the first. You like the old Jones style hats? I don't know if we have any of those. I might have to look. I might have to look and see if we can get those. I don't know if we can or not. Be kind of cool if we could getting old school camo. Let me make a note of that. Yeah, hang on. Of course, you do know that we're gonna have to put my if we do find them, we're definitely gonna have to figure out a way to put my logo on them. I'll see if I can't find at least if we can find some. I'm gonna see if I can find the old school camo and the dark khaki brown style. That'd be pretty cool. I just don't know if we can find any. Just don't know if we can find. I have to look. But right now, I am waiting. I got the decals ordered. I was hoping they were going to be done this last week. It didn't happen, so I'm hoping that they'll come in sometime this week. But we will. Those that are coming in, those are decals that I'll keep in the truck for giveaway kind of stuff. And the other one, we're going to have some where you can actually order some from the online store. But I think, yeah, I'll see if we can find some. I got it on my Piper. The next time I talk to him, anything else y'all looking for that y'all like that's you'd like to see in the store? Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, that kind of stuff right now. I am going to do some tumblers, and maybe some coffee cups kind of thing to have. But is there anything else that y'all would, if it can be done, we'll do it. I got some other ideas that are later down the road, kind of stuff, but we'll see. Well, if y'all got some ideas, hey, throw them out there. Let me hear what y'all got, what y'all would like to see. Because I mean, seriously, the store is something that it's for you guys to get. It's all about the swag, man. Of course, I wouldn't mind making a few extra dollars. Who wouldn't? That goes all the way. That goes, back into the channel to go places and give y'all some better videos. Maybe come out and see y'all, hang out with y'all for a couple days. All right, Craig. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Give me a call, buddy. But Jeff, I'm thinking more and more right now, as far as the shells go, is probably get a half a case in 7s and maybe a half a case in the 5/7. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, just to have that little extra oomph for later season. Like I said, I've got some 4s, I've got some 2s in bismuth. So maybe you sell locks of your beer to make jigs out of. Pontoon Jody, how are you doing? I'm glad you could make it. How's the catfishing? Y'all doing good? I tell you what, the only way you're going to get me to cut this beard from here until the end of the season is if somebody cash apps me a lot of money. You cash app me a bunch of money, a lot of money, and I will cut it all off and donate it to make jigs. It's on spawn zones, just little ones right now. I got you. Yeah, we ain't gonna cut it again until the duck season is out. You got another pontoon boat, from what I understand. Last time I heard. I still have some Legacy 5s, but some of those Salt Creek duplexes looking mighty good. I'm telling you, dude, I'm just torn up, man. I'm just so torn up. I like the 7s, but and see, here's the thing: is I like number 5s and number 7s. 2020 Carolina Skiff center console V-hull. So you're getting out of the pontoon and going faster. Great goodness. You will love that Carolina Skiff. I'm telling you, you will love it. So what do you got on the back of it? What's your power pack? What do you got on the back? But yeah, Jeff, I like number 5s and I like number 7s. And I like straight up 5s. I like straight up 7s. And I do like that 5x7 duplex. A 90 Zuki 4-stroke. Gotcha. That ought to scat you around a little bit. Less than 50 hours on the motor. Wow. Did you get that boat locally from where you're at, or did you have to order it from the East Coast? I can tell you that Carolina Skiff, man, you can get in some skinny water with that thing, Jody. You can get in some real skinny water. Not as skinny as you can in a mud motor like what I have, but you can get into some very skinny stuff. Did you get the bought it off a friend, didn't have time to use it. Is it 18 or 20 foot? Oh, you're gonna have fun with that boat. I'm just telling you, 19. Okay, 19 foot. Um, yeah, I was fixing to tell her that. I was actually fixing to say it. Yeah, don't store it. Don't store it in the weather. If you got a place to put it under a shed or something. But you're gonna have fun with that boat. Oh my goodness. If around where I'm at, we our lakes are real stumpy, logs and stumps and whatnot. But if I was going to be on the coast, um, if I was on the coast a lot, I definitely would have one. I have a lean-to on the garage; it should fit under. Ooh. So what else, everybody? What's your Jody? Just real quick, what's your PB this year? I know you caught a huge one here a while back. Have you caught anything bigger? 14 rod holders and a touchscreen. Great gosh. So your biggest decision every night is trying to figure out which boat you're going to take. 7s and a 16 gauge, a lot of pellets and a bird. Yes, sir. And that means it's a dead bird. I love it. I love the number 7s. Again, Philip, again, welcome to the channel. First time I've seen your name, I believe. But back in the lead days, that's all we shot were 7.5s in lead. So caught another 63 pounder this year and several in the 50s. Awesome. Where are you from, Philip? Just out of curiosity. I'd like to know where everybody's from. I just, kind of curious. Yeah, she catches some big fish now, I'm gonna tell you. But I do like the number 7s in bismuth. I think it was 193 pellets, I believe, and a number 7, a 16 gauge, 2 3/4. Yeah, I remember we're shooting ducks. And believe it or not, you're getting roughly the same amount. You putting a 1 1/8 ounce of shot in a 2 3/4 inch shell, you are basically getting the same pellet count in a 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge in a number 7. It's basically the same. Oh, there may be a little variation, up and down, but I mean, it's basically the same. That's why I like 16 gauges so much. Number one, you get the lightness. The gun is light, and it's like shooting a 20 or even a 28. And you don't get that heavy recoil that you get off of 12, which means faster acquisition, which means you're going to be faster on a second bird. Or if you got to take that second shot on a bird, like I had to do several times, you get faster. I mean, it's all faster. There might be 225 out of 1 1/8 number 5. So yeah, okay, so it might be. Maybe I was thinking. You're right. You know what I was thinking? I was sorry about that, Jeff. I was actually thinking half ounce on a 14. I got a 410 shell stuck in my head right now, so I apologize. I do apologize. I've got a 410 loading stuck in my head on a half ounce. So that's 190, roughly 193. But if you look at even some of the more of the what I call San Jose, California, I have been there, brother. They used to have, I don't know, they may still do. They used to have a country music festival there. Do they still have that there? Do they still have the country music festival there? 16 is for June month. You can kiss my butt, RD. I ran number 5 lead when it was legal. Yeah. They used to have a, like I said, a country music festival there. What was an, oh, crap. Fort Hunter Liggett. I think that's south of y'all, if I'm not mistaken. It's Fort Hunter Liggett, south of y'all. We went there to do some training with the Army when I was in the Marine Corps. We went there to train with the Army on some stuff. It wasn't but a small town when I was there. That was back in the 80s. So, but yeah, I like the sub gauges. I don't know, especially love the 16. I think, and I said it in my video. If you haven't seen the video, but I said it in this one, and I'll say it again. I think the 16 gauge is the most underrated gauge out there for waterfowling. It is basically, in my humble opinion, the perfect gauge. You can hunt as far as wing shooting. You can do it all. You can do it all with a 16 gauge. Not to say you can't do it with a 12 or a 20 or a 28. And I'm just saying it's to me, it's the perfect gun. I always loved them. But if you, what I was fixing to say, before I was rudely interrupted by an RD Reynolds, is if you listen to some of the experts, and I'm no expert by no means. I don't ever claim to be one. Even Mueller, with Mueller choke tubes, no, they don't anymore. Man. They, anyway, if you talk to him or listen to his podcast, and I'll tell you, it's Midwest Mercenaries, I believe, it had the podcast where he was on it. He talks about opening up your choke, shooting, improved cylinder, skeet, or even cylinder, and shooting smaller shot sizes. I think he said his favorite, if I remember correctly in that podcast, his favorite load was in a 12 gauge was they did 2 3/4 inch number 6s. That was his favorite load. That was his, and he shot everything with it. Everything. And that was in steel. So, back in the day when I was growing up, our majority of our guns were 26 inch, some were 28. All of them were improved cylinder, and we shot, number 5 was the heaviest thing we shot in lead. 7.5s was what we wanted. That's what we went after. Winchester Western Super X 7.5 high brass. That's what we were looking for. And if we couldn't find those, we went to number 5s. And there was sometimes, you had to go to, depending on the time of the year and whatnot, you may have to go to a 6 or something. Jeff, I'm no expert, dude, and maybe, I'm trying my best to get someone in here to do a live stream with me who is a lot more knowledgeable about these things than I am. I've shot both. I've shot buffered shot. I've shot non-buffered shot. And, I quit shooting steel a long time ago. I mean, I still have steel loads in my cabinet, but I'm not going to shoot them, unless I'm running out of shells. The only time I'm going to shoot them. I think that's what they're talking about as far as steel goes. And after that, I think it's just all a bunch of hype. Because I noticed when shooting bismuth from three different manufacturers, Boss, Salt Creek Custom Ammo, and Heavy Shot Bismuth, shooting their shells, which are buffered and some are not. Okay. The tighter you got with your choke tube, the more it was not uniform. The patterns were not uniform. And you had flyers everywhere. The tighter you choked down, the more you loosened up, the better your patterns got. I do know that bismuth is more fragile. And I think when you tighten it down, whether you're buffered or not buffered, it's going to fragment. I think if I remember Keith saying it, the way Keith explained it to me, and if I get it right, and sometimes I get things kind of confused. That's fine. I'm not an expert. I might have stayed at a Holiday Inn, but I'm not an expert. That shot's going to fragment, and when it does, you're going to get flyers everywhere. I just prefer. I know that Keith buffers his shot. I like it. I will say that if you got a camera on your gun and you slow it down, it looks like confetti coming out of your barrel, which is funny to me. But I mean, the proof's in the pudding with it. I mean, it just is. If you also notice, Jeff, that I don't shoot waterfowl choke tubes. My choke tubes don't say waterfowl close range or waterfowl mid range or waterfowl long range. Now, to me, that is a bunch of hype. That is just choke tube companies trying to sell to the waterfowler. You can get aftermarket tubes that just say full choke, modified, improved cylinder, skeet, cylinder, negative, improved mod, light mod. You can get those tubes. And another thing is some shells and some shell manufacturers, their shells may not pattern right on your particular choke tubes. So if you like the shells or you like your choke tube, you got to do one or two things. You either got to buy more choke tubes to figure out which one's your best, or you've got to buy different brands of shells. And that's why I tell everybody, go out there, pattern your gun. I know RD will say the same thing I'm saying. Go out there, make sure your gun is set up correctly, either with the right shim or extended plate for the butts for the stock. Pattern that gun, the shells to what you like shooting as far as choke tubes. So make sure all that's together, and then go out and start shooting, and then practice. And I know you know this, but yeah, I kind of figure it's, some are saying this and some are saying that, and but I do want to get somebody in here who from a certain company who knows more about it than I do to come in here and explain all that. I just can't. I just don't think I can do it justice. I am no ballistic expert. By no means. I don't claim to be one. I just know what works. I just know what works. Well, it's about time you showed up, Chris. We talking about anything duck hunting related? I'm actually surprised you're here this late. I figured you'd be in bed sleep. Paso Robles, they do by Liggett. Okay. I know it was in San Jose. There was a music festival. I guess this was about 83 or I guess 83, 84. And I got to see Dwight Yoakam for the first time at that music festival. That was pretty cool. I don't shoot specialty chokes, just Briley flush mount. I think I prefer buffered shot better than with no. Okay. I've shot them both. I don't really see that much of a difference. There was all kind of differences when I was shooting steel. I mean, I never could get it. I never could find the sweet spot when I was shooting steel. But shooting bismuth and and then I was still on that steel kick where you had to tighten everything down, and I couldn't figure that out. And I finally got that figured out to open it up a little bit. It just seems to be doing a lot better for me. Won't be on long, brother. Just stopping in. I appreciate you coming in, man. But yeah, Philip, if you're still here, and Jeff, go watch that. It's Midwest Mercenaries. Go watch their podcast with Mueller choke tubes. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. When is the next video dropping? I don't know, man. I am working on something now. It's gonna take me a while because I want to get it right, and I got to get some stuff ordered. As soon as it comes in the mail, then I can start putting things on video. I know I won't be doing much this weekend. I'm gonna be out fishing with the grandson and my son, so I'm gonna have all my attention on them while we're trying to catch fish. I do have something I could put out, but it would be a rush job. I see a lot of their podcasts. Yeah, I enjoy them, man. I got it. I mean, they're competitive YouTubers. I'm not in their league as far as the amount of people that I have, but I enjoy watching them. So Philip is in a location where my nemesis is, and that is the cinnamon teal. I want one so bad. If I can get a cinnamon teal and the two whistling ducks, the furbalus and the black belly, I will have all my puddle ducks. Every one of them. I don't have any sea ducks, though. No sea ducks whatsoever. Pretty much, I think. And what is it? The common mergansers, the big one? I don't have it. We've got a red breast. Is it the red breasted? I can't remember which one's the big ones. The biggest one. Anyway, the hooded merganser, we shoot them all the time. I think, yeah. I'd like to get some sea ducks this year. That would be that would be cool. I wanted to go last year. Things just didn't work out. Well, Chris, what's going on with you today, man? Anything interesting? Anything going on out there? This time of year, we only have 2 consonants. That's it. You got to pay your taxes and you got to cut grass twice a week. That's it. The only things you got to do. I cut grass Thursday, man. I got to cut grass again. It is the rain we've been getting is crazy. Maybe Chris done poked on out of here. Oh man, that's awesome, Jeff. Yeah, they are migrating further and further north. Um, you know, years ago you never saw them around here, and then now we're seeing them. We see them throughout the spring and the summer. I can go right now to a spot right now and probably see 50 or 60. Teal are our main duck with pintail. Yeah. I had the chance I went down to the Salton Sea when I was stationed out there, and I got into the pintails pretty good. I got into them real good. Again, that was back in the 80s. But I have never shot a cinnamon teal. I've shot blue wings, shot green wings. I've never shot a cinnamon. I don't think I've ever even seen a cinnamon, a live duck, or even one that just been shot. Becca, what's going on? Long time no see. But we'll be headed to Louisiana in September. 3 days for a teal hunt. We're going to try to do a cast and blast while we're there, but it's probably mainly going to be just a hunt. You're always around. Yeah, you are. I think you come in here and sometimes just hide. I know that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to push that, But I don't know if California would let me in, man. Well, Philip, would California allow me to come in with guns and ammo and? Yeah. Becca, have you made the move yet? Or are you still in limbo? That's how long it's been since I've talked to you. I don't know where you're at anymore. I tell you, RD, Keith was telling me that they see a lot of cinnamons as well early on in the season. I'd love to get out there too. It'd be something different. But what I've seen and what I have read um, about California is they do have some pretty good wildlife management areas out there. Um, they got some pretty good places to hunt, from what I understand. Um, I will have to give them that. I think there's one. I can't remember the name of the channel that guy goes out there and he hunts it a lot. Um, he's out there too. He lives. I mean, he lives in California. Has a channel. So I think Becca done run off. Either that or she's answering the phone again or cooking something. Who knows? Yep, I just need those 3 ducks. I'll have my puddle ducks. I can get them. I went to Florida, 2 years ago, I guess it was, just to try to shoot a whistling duck. I think we saw 5 the whole time we were there. And the week before they were everywhere, and the week after they were everywhere. They knew I was coming. It's not out of the realm of possibility to see a cinnamon here, but never seen one in 40 years of hunting, same as a black duck. Yeah. You got to be, you can see black ducks on the Central Flyway. You're most likely going to see them either on the Mississippi and the Atlantic Flyway. I tell you, I know it's going to sound weird and all, but especially coming from me, but I would love to go to New Jersey and go to Barnegat Bay and hunt black ducks. That would be a cool trip. I think the bucket list would be going to Prince Edward Island or somewhere up in there to hunt them. But I've got some black duck decoys in Cork sitting right behind me, and I'd love to hunt over those at some place like that. Mid Valley, is that Mid Valley that's out there? Mid Valley, was it Mid Valley Mercenaries? I think maybe that might have been the channel with the podcast too. I think I was saying something else, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. They got a good channel. I think he shoots a 28 gauge a lot, or one of those guys out there does. I don't watch them religiously because I'm usually at work or trying to do my own stuff. But when I do get a chance, I like to watch them. You got a good channel. I don't know, Jeff. I didn't know you couldn't, to be honest, but I'd love to go up there to hunt. That would be on the bucket list. I think my bucket list right now is to. I've been to Alberta, but I'd love to go back to Alberta. Man, I would love to go back to Alberta. Ooh. I've never, and I've been a lot of places, guys, but I've never seen that many ducks as I did when I was in Alberta. They were everywhere. You almost couldn't pass a pothole without it just being filled up. A couple thousand ducks on every pothole. Come here, Booge. You finally decided to wake up. You want to say hey to everybody? Come here, Bougie. Come here. Come here, girl. Oh, she's being shy. Come on. Come on. Here. And she just woke up. Oh. Say hey to everybody. Say hey to everybody. There you go. Say hey. There you go. Say hello. Y'all say hello to Miss Bougie. Oh, there's more. There was more. All right. Yeah, there's a lot more ducks. There's swans in North Carolina. I saw 20,000 swans that one day. That simple. But the yeah, there was a lot more ducks. A lot more ducks. Hey, that panel just got better. Oh, hush your mouth. You never did answer my question. Oh, now you want to get out? Okay. Oh. But we both got beards. We both got beards. Oh, I didn't say she didn't say a fact. I just told her to hush. Monkey see, monkey do. But as far as the bucket list goes, going back to Alberta would be one. PEI rather, definitely, and probably Washington State. All right, RD, man, you take care. Give me a holler sometime, dude. You took this new job and you don't want to talk to anybody anymore. Anti, what's going on, buddy? I can't talk in a cube. Randy, what's happening? And y'all are coming in late. You can't talk in a cube about ducks and guns. I don't know why. I don't know why, Bubba. Oh. But those are places I think would be on my bucket that I would love to do. Go back to Alberta. That would have to be the top. That is an awesome place. But hitting up PEI and Washington State, I've never hunted those places. I'd love to go there and hunt. I'd like to go to Montana and hunt the Yellowstone there. Utah, Idaho, great duck hunting in those states. I'm afraid that I might hit Utah and Idaho and never want to come back. That would probably be my downfall. I was out doing doing things. What are you, the hall monitor? Yeah, I'm a hall monitor, man. Well, you're normally in here the whole time, dude. I haven't seen you. I thought maybe you just didn't want to come back anymore. Hashtag doing the things. Yeah, I know what you feel, Jeff. There's some great places out there. They're just so far away from here. I want to get up to Minnesota. I want to hunt up in Minnesota. I wouldn't mind hunting in Michigan, the Dakotas, Montana. I even hear that Wyoming's got some good duck hunting. And I would go back to California. I'd go back there to hunt. Especially if I can get on those pintails and teal. And I ain't got no problem with shooting teal. I like shooting teal birds. Especially get around in California hunting those rice fields they got. Yep. That would be the ticket. My son shoots 300 in a bad year. He hunts with 4 guys. Yeah, see, I don't think I saw 300 ducks last year. Not around here, buddy. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting low on tea, guys. Getting low on my tea. Gotta go fix it. I'm out too. I gotta go fix another pitcher before I go to bed. Can't wake up tomorrow morning without a glass of tea. Oh my goodness. What else? What else can we talk about? We got 10 minutes. All right, Charles, you take care of yourself, man. Have a good week. I know, man. There's just so many good places to hunt, take trips to, see different parts of the country, hunt in a way you don't normally hunt. Pontoon, you leaving us? Jody, you leaving us tonight, or are you just saying night to Charles? There's, there is, Jeff. There's just so many places that I'd like to go in. So many, see something different, hunt a different way. I know that sounds weird to a lot of people, but there's differences in hunting open than there is. He said the pottles are looking great and lots of babies. Good. Now, I'm hoping to have a friend of mine come on next week, and we're going to talk about migrations. We're going to talk about it next Monday, if he shows up. I gotta get back in touch with him. We talked about it briefly today. When I was talking to him, he was getting on an airplane, so he didn't think he'd get to where he's going in time. But hopefully he'll be here next Monday, and we can sit down and talk about it. Around Sioux Falls, cool. They help us. That part of the country helps us a little bit as far as the duck migration. I know it helps y'all out a lot more. Majority of ours come from the Great Lakes region and the far East Coast in the boreal forest. So well, I know a lot of guys that go out there every year, man. Every year they take a trip out there. Every year. I'd love to do it. I'd love to be able to do it. My hat's sitting crooked. A lot of the redheads head your way. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the divers are head this way. When I say I'm talking about mallards. That's what everybody thinks about, when they talk about the pothole region. I think about the old mallard duck. Well, we get a lot of our mallards from the Great Lakes and believe it or not, Pennsylvania, and of course, the east side of Canada along the Atlantic Flyway. But we all know that there's crossover ducks as well. So appreciate that, Anti. Thank you so much, sir. I'm hoping I'm hoping by the end of the month we'll get this store up and running. Oh, I'm telling you, yeah. When you got bluebills and redheads doing it nasty in your decoys, you can't beat it. And I love canvasbacks. So canvasbacks, of course, my favorite diver duck. The little bufflehead butterballs, I love shooting them. I am not a mallard purist. Um, I just like to hunt ducks. Um, I hit just as much fun as going in a swamp and shooting 3 wood ducks as I do going into flooded timber and shooting 4 mallards. I have just as much fun getting on a diver hunt. We've done nothing but shoot butterballs or even ringnecks. I mean, a ringneck hunt, you can have some fun with that. I can actually get kind of sporty. I'm the same way, Jeff. I just like to hunt ducks. I'm trying, and we're trying to get. We are in the process right now of getting the designs done up and getting a mock up of them. All right, Jeff. Thanks so much, man. You take care of yourself. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Sorry, I had to write something down real quick. I get ideas that pop in my head. If I don't write them down, dude, I'll forget them. I'll forget about them. So you'll see me from time to time picking up a piece of paper and writing something down. All right. Well, guys, we're going on 2 hours. I want to thank everybody who has left in here. Thanks for coming in. Most definitely appreciate it. I always do. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. This is you're the reason I'm here. I love sitting there chatting with you, laughing with you, having conversations, talking about different things, just like you would do if you were in the blind and duck hunting with your friends. You just have conversations. And that's what I enjoy doing on my Monday nights. Anyway, again, real quick, this live stream, the In the Blind live stream, is sponsored by Cop and Choke Tubes and Salt Creek Custom Ammo. Check them out. Tell them I sent you. All that good stuff. And I hope y'all have a great week. The rest of your week. I hope you have a great weekend coming up. I know it's Monday, but we can still think about the weekend. Y'all take care. Have a great one. And we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a good night. Take care.